Well, 40 minutes. I was tied as the leading driver at Woodbine. 40 minutes. Actually, no, it might not be right. Sylvain might have won 2. But now James has won 2 tonight, and he's still got, as I was leaving, he's got the 3 to 5 favorite going behind the gate. He's got Resolute Bay, who I looked at the program. I still don't understand how they got him 10 to 1 morning line. I think that's ridiculous. And Stay Close from the outside. Now, we'll talk about a few little things that took place tonight. I will start this by saying I believe Stay Close warmed up very good. Now, James is adamant that his hobbles don't have to be on tight tonight, so we did let them out a little bit. Dominic has gone home. I warmed the horse up. I didn't like him with the belly band hobbles on. I went back out and zipped him a quarter with the other hobbles on. Put a head pole on him instead of a line pole. That's how I felt. He felt good. Now, James saw him score down, and he said, man. And the hobbles were a little tight. So they're out a little bit. But you know what? It's one of those things where I trust James when he and they were a little bit tight, so we let them out a little bit. I expect him to go a good mile tonight, though. He seemed like he warmed up well. He recovered quickly after the warm-up. He emptied out really good. He felt very comfortable tonight in the paddock as I was walking away from him. I thought he looked very good. A horse that looked very good tonight was Looks Like Money. White Tiger was good too. Now listen, we had a great start to the year. Took a dive off Dipper, second last night in the mud, 52 or 53, I think 52 in a piece at Northfield. And then we come in tonight and Looks Like Money. You know, I was waiting for Scott Young to make that. He's such a handy bugger, you know. I let him trot a little bit out of the turn. I wanted to put enough separation between me and Scott Young where I knew that filly hadn't raced in a month almost. And I didn't know if he really wanted to start your first over, right? By start your, I mean come hard with their first over, because I would have made him work a little bit for it, but I would have had to let him go. Instead, he opted for first over slow. Maybe he thought she was a layover, or maybe he just wanted to go a little easier, and he opted for that trip, which was fine with me. As we got closer to the half, I knew it was too late for him to make an assault first over, so I just tapped the brakes and get up over the half, 57. I thought I was in good shape, and then he cornered me halfway in the last turn. This is an open mare. This is one of, the better horses. This is a horse Locatelli just run down in 50-4. Good horse, but hadn't raced in a month. So I let him right up in my rearview mirror, and we just settled there. We just sat there around the last turn. We come out of the turn, he was at least a neck or more ahead of me. And it Looks Like Money fought back to put her away, and that's a good horse. Not only did he beat a good horse, but he raced like a good horse. Tiger was coming to the outside. I think somebody said after, Randy said he looked a little tired. One, the track's a little sticky, and two, Tiger will charge on the end of it, but if he thinks he's not going to get there, he calls it off a little early. He's done that his whole life. Every year I go back and watch him. When he was a 2-year-old, he won that first stake race, but there was a bunch of lame ducks in the middle. There was a bunch of buoys sitting there, and he just screamed by them, like Peaceful Way. But when there's a couple, like when it looks like there might be a tussle on the horizon, he's a saver. He saves a little bit for next week. So, James said too, on the right line a little bit, Tiger. He wasn't awesome. He was good. I said, listen, Tiger's smart too. I think he's figured out that if he wins, he has to go into what would be the opener, the preferred. He doesn't know it's not filling every week. I think he's just taking care of himself. But he raced good. Raced very, very good. And make no mistake, Looks Like Money is fantastic right now. Stuffed up. Looks Like Money is tremendous right now. Harry has him good, but the horse is a good horse. You can feel it. When a horse like HB Mama B has you cornered, she might falter a little bit in the end of it, but she should take the rest of the wind out of your sails, right? He never stopped digging all the way through the wire. He raced very, very good. White Tiger and him both raced good. Now, the rest of the card. The last two I haven't seen yet, but I raced Eldys Patrick, and I'll tell you this right now. Eldys Patrick was a little flat. He's never raced good from way back like that. Last at the head of the lane has never been his forte. But that shoeing change we made, you're really stuffed up. That shoeing change we made, he is so much more comfortable like that. He never put a step in the hallway, and John had sent me a message. He looks, he's bumpy. Do me a favor. Go back and look at his first races for us last year. That's bumpy. Go back and look at his win in Miami Valley. That's bumpy. Tonight was not bumpy. Tonight was as good as Eldys Patrick's ever been. Not nearly as fast, but his confidence is rising. And as I said to James after the race, a good stiff training trip, 3 days out before his next race, some IV fluids, some vitamins, and I guarantee you this horse is staring down the barrel of a victory. He is ready to go a pretty good mile, and I was happy with him tonight. So I give, from time to time, I'll tell you guys, I'll give you my 2 cents heading down the road with Eldys Patrick. I don't know if he's 2 starts or 1 start out of the winner's circle, but he's closing in on it, and I will make that prediction right now. He was very good tonight. I know it didn't look like it. We had the ear hood on him. We kept taking to the back. He doesn't like that. Let him scream off the car and fight a little bit. Get in with horses that he can beat, and he will. Eldys Patrick is on the right path, and he is 1, if not 2, weeks away from the winner's circle. Now, I'll be cheering on Resolute Bay like you. 10-1 morning line is insanity in that race. He's not a layover. But I'm going to tell you what, they're going to have their hands full. Making an awful noise here. They're going to have their hands full with Resolute Bay tonight. And then stay close. I'll forewarn everybody, as I said from the top, warmed up like a monster tonight. Now, James did want to let his hobbles out. If he makes a break, then we'll have to build from there. But I do trust James when it comes to, I warmed him up with the belly band hobbles on. Dominic's gone away to be with his family, as he should be. The poor bugger was here at Christmas. James wanted to try him with the belly band hobbles on, but because of the track and the weather, we couldn't train him with them on. It rained Friday and Saturday, so we couldn't. Scored him down tonight. I warmed him up a mile. I went with him. I didn't like how he felt in the belly band hobbles, so I told James, no, I'm going to call an audible, no belly band hobbles. So he goes, well, how are you going to set the other ones? I'm going to show you. I went right back out. We changed all the gear quickly. 4 races out, changed everything all around. Went back out. As they were post-parading, I beat them. It was like Tom Cruise in Days of Thunder. I just got out there before the post-parade went. And I turned him and I let him rock. And I scored him down. And I felt he was good. The hobbles were tight. So I pull up. We take all the gear off him, bath him off. He's not even blowing that hard, so he's in fit condition. Very good shape. Dominic has him in great shape. I saw James after the race. He goes, they looked a little tight, but honestly, he said, I let them out. I said, okay. You could let them out a hole or two. He goes, I think he'd be good. I said, all right. I said, just remember, he wore them tight all last year, and I know I let them out a little bit in the meadows, and he made a break on me. Now, he did put a head pull rather than a line pull on him, so I think he's steering better, and I think he is. I got a little look at the program. It's not an easy bunch, but I think he felt better than he's felt in a while tonight when I scored him down. So I will give everybody that little tidbit. He may make a break in the first turn. Maybe the hobbles are a little bit long. But I do trust James when it comes to how that horse should feel. He feels they needed to go out a little bit, and I let them out. So they're out a little bit. Told Dominic, I texted him, I said, hey, mind if I let this horse's hobbles out a couple of holes? We had to put the other ones back on him. He said, yeah, absolutely, whatever you think. So that's what we did. So we stay close from Resolute Bay. Good luck to both of them as we head into race 7 and race 8.